grab your snacks, yeah, dim the lights. We're diving deep into the wildest nights. From the 90-day soulmates overseas to 600 pounds of struggling to please. If it's messy, if it's bold, if it's on the screen, we're breaking down the drama in every scene. Don't just watch it all alone.
We're gonna get this together this time. Hey y'all, Almondeyez Reacts. Welcome to my review of 1,000 Pound Sisters, Season 8, Episode 8, and I'm calling this Somebody's Always Got to Complain. Y'all, this is my third time recording this. The first time, nothing was on the screen. The second time, I was on mute. Did a whole hour review on mute. Gotta love it. Struggle streaming at its finest, but I am back. We got everything worked out. Go ahead and get this review in so that we can go ahead and get caught up. Because we are fastly approaching the nuptials between Amy and Brian, and it promises to be entertainment for the masses. But let's start off with a brief review of episode 7. Episode 7 was the family minus Amanda and Tammy going to New Orleans. Brian goes with them. This, as you remember, Brittany to Chris fashion. He can't do anything without involving the rest of the siblings. So Misty, Amy, and Brian have tagged along. So we went through, the first day in New Orleans, a couple of things that they did. My thoughts on some of the things that was going on. Where it left off was Misty and Brittany were telling Amy that because it was their last night in New Orleans, that they thought it would be nice to have a bachelorette party for her. Amy said she didn't want to have a bachelorette party without Lily. So that's where it goes off. So comes on. She's still explaining how she don't want to have a bachelorette party, without Lily, because Lily's the maid of honor, saying it's just not right, so forth and so on. So while she's going through all of that, Lily is coming around the corner into the lobby of the hotel. As she's coming in, her back is to Amy, so Amy doesn't, see her. Along with Lily comes Billy, the pastor. Now, I'm confused as to why the homosexual pastor need to come to the bachelorette party. I don't understand, but I guess at this point, that's here nor there. He has flown in for the party. You know what? I might have to. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Okay, so Lily has planned all of the bachelorette activities. So it's Amy, Lily, Misty, Brittany, and Billy, the pastor. Now, as I have said numerous times, New Orleans is way too sophisticated for Brittany. So Brittany only tagging along because she family. If Brittany wasn't family, wouldn't nobody be bothered with her for 5 minutes. So Lily has put together what I don't think this was intended to be the full length of activities for this bachelorette party, but that's what it ended up being. She set up a tour for them to go through, where it's where they make a lot of the floats they use during the various Mardi Gras parades in the city. So it kind of, in the beginning, like when they showed it, it kind of looked like a history museum type of deal, but it was interactive, where you could actually get on the floats and watch video of how they're made, actually make you a mask, which is what they ended up doing. Now, for those of y'all, everybody's done arts and crafts at some point. School, you know what I'm saying? church functions or whatever. It ain't gotta be that deep. So they sit down at the table and it's, you know, saying the blank mask in there, and it's like everything you could ever think of in your life to decorate these masks. You got rhinestones, you got feathers, you got glitter, you got, you know what I'm saying, glitter glue, you got hot glue, you got strings, you got anything you could think of. Here go Brittany. I don't like glitter. What kind of what woman don't like glitter? What woman don't like sparkle and shine on some level? Like, I'm not saying you gotta be out here and be Elizabeth Taylor or nothing, you know, but I mean that's my flavor. Me and Liz have been good friends. But I mean, you can't reflect just a taste. The shit behind about I don't like glitter. So the chick was like, okay, well, I mean, if you don't like glitter, you know, we got rhinestone. She's like, matter of fact, she grabbed the whole thing around. Bitch, what we doing? So here go Billy, the pastor, which is, I think this is why he came, but somebody should have, you know, gave him the 411 on what was going on. He said, "Where the strippers? You supposed to be a man of God, and you up here hollering about where the strippers." So by this time, here comes the hostess or whatnot, and she's got, you know what I'm saying, some drinks. So, I mean, I don't know, you know, she had, you know, hurricane, you know what I'm saying, a grenade, you know, I don't know, Sex on the Beach. Like, I don't know what kind of drink she had, but they appeared to be kind of on the fruity side. Billy and Lily was like, let's get it. Here go Amy with this long soliloquy about how she ain't gonna drink because, you know what I'm saying, she on probation and she got a drug test. Baby, they not checking you for no alcohol. You got arrested for weed. They won't worry about none of that. So she don't drink. We knew Brittany wasn't gonna drink. Misty was like, you know what I'm saying, hell, if we ain't gonna get, you know what I'm saying, turned up and party New Orleans style, I ain't even gonna, because Misty like, we really doing crafts in New Orleans at a bachelorette party. Like, how this work? So Misty and Lily on the same page, like this. I mean, like, this is supposed to be a pit stop in what we was trying to do, not the whole shebang. So Brittany was like, "I'm saying, y'all go, yeah, I'm not gonna do. I don't drink. I ain't doing no drinking. Yeah. And so Lily was taking mad shots. Yo, I was loving it. Like, she was like, I mean, yeah, we wouldn't want to, you know what I'm saying, accidentally spill nothing in your cup. You know what I'm saying? God forbid you loosen up. Listen, because I wouldn't have been bothered for $5. Lily, you better than me. I only spent not their coin of my damn money flying from damn Kentucky to New Orleans. Because from what Billy say, they had a major layover somewhere. They be coming down to New Orleans, talking about we having a bachelorette party. We sitting around here then watching the paintbrush. The hell with that. We Y'all, when I say duh, what, and no type of turn up. Now, I'm not saying you're supposed to come and turn the museum out, but they definitely could have gotten more out of the museum than what they did. Hell, even if you had, you know what I'm saying, 2 drinks and just, you know what I'm saying, you went on the tour, hell, going on the floats alone would have been more interesting than sitting around them painting mad. It don't take that long to make no Mardi Gras mask. Like, that's a 30, 45 minute, if I'm, hell, I might make me a mask. I got a friend, her birthday coming up, and that's kind of her theme. So I guess I do need to be trying to figure out what I'm gonna do for this mask, because I need it grand, honey. It's gonna be, yeah. It's gonna be big. I'll show it to y'all when I get my idea and actually finish it. Cause yeah, it's gonna be cute. I think I'm gonna take a couple of masks that I've had for previous events I've been to and kind of mesh them all together. Because it's parts of each mask that are my favorites. So if I take out my favorites and put them together, it should be completely over the top. So yeah, I might do that. But anyway, the non-party bachelorette party. So for those of y'all who have seen Mardi Gras on TV, been to Mardi Gras, read about Mardi Gras, etc. Most people, you know what I'm saying, know that, you got the three major colors of Mardi Gras: gold, purple, and green. And during the parade, beads as you can. So it's usually a contest, where people go out in groups and they see who comes back with the most amount of beads. Now to get the beads, you want to be noticed, so you gotta go over the top, be kind of outlandish, a little nasty, whatever you need to do to get seen to get these beads. So that's where the flashing and all that kind of stuff come in. So they leave the Mardi Gras Museum and start walking down Bourbon Street. Now everybody know Bourbon Street is where you go to straight up let loose. So they walking down Bourbon Street talking about this like Vegas. Billy was like, nah, this ain't Vegas. Yeah, me and Billy was like, baby, this ain't this ain't Vegas. Y'all gonna have to go to Vegas because that ain't no. That's like the warm up for Vegas. Vegas is on a different type of time. But anyway, so they go to another place where you can simulate the people on the float throwing the beads, because that's where you get the beads. The people come by on the floats and they throw the beads off into the crowd. All the beads was green. All I saw was green beads. And me personally, them weren't the ones I was checking for. Like, bring me the purple and the gold. But like everybody's beads were green. But anyway, so they go up on on the are walking by. They see them up there, they start performing and whatnot, and Amy starts throwing out the beads. Now, Amy being Amy, she's tossing the beads, and some of the people not quick, their reflexes not quick, so they was kind of getting hit with the beads. So Amy felt bad, but I was like, hey, that's not you, girl, that's on them. Your job is to toss the beads, it's their job to catch them. If they don't catch them and they get hit, that ain't really your fault. But that was Amy being Amy, so I, let Amy do her. So Misty is she like me. We spectating. Since this not about me, I'm not the star of the show. I'm gonna sit back here and spectate. So if it go down, I can give an accurate report of what happened. So, these chicks came by. One chick started flashing. She just pulled her top up. Then this other broad came by and mooned them. Then this other broad came by and just started flashing. Beaver first. She was Beaver first. Misty was like, oh Lord. Brittany was like, I'm ready to go. I can't be out here. I'm ready. Like, bitch, you in New Orleans. Ain't nothing sanctified and holy about New Orleans. I'm sorry. That is just the truth for folks to face and deal with. If you trying to be on the holy roll and commune with the Lord, which ain't nothing wrong with that. Hell, I've communed, done that. But New Orleans ain't the place for that. Bourbon Street, New Orleans, Louisiana is not the place to be out trying to commune with the Lord. No. So, they was like, all right, we gonna keep walking around, because Lily was like this is I'm the maid of honor. I got to be cool, but she was like, yo, this bitch gets on my nerves. Like this, like, and then y'all keep in mind, Lily black. Like everybody else, Lily black. So you'll see she amongst her people. Like we don't be. Listen, child. Like, oh, this is what we doing. We in New Orleans doing nothing. So, they're going back to the hotel or whatnot. So meanwhile, back in Kentucky, we left off last episode with Tammy and Andrea. Andrea was like, look, you're going to have to pull yourself together. All this, back and forth, 1 minute I'm loving life, the next minute, I'm going to burn it to the ground, and you tearing off, doors off my hinges and all this kind of bullshit. Like, you're going to have to get yourself together and get the fuck out. She was like, look, you stressed. Your stress got me stressed. I got this rash, burn looking situation going on. Like, I'm not going to be going through this with you, because I'm about peace in my life. So you gonna have to get yourself together, baby, get out. So here go Tammy coming on talking about how she been to therapy. Now, from my understanding and a requirement of my attempt to get bariatric surgery, for those of y'all who don't know, that's how I kind of got into all this. I was in the protocol to have bariatric surgery. Therapy is a requirement. It ain't optional. It ain't no I'll think about it. It is not let me, get some information on it so I can, peruse it and make up my mind. It's you going. Because I know when you over there playing, you over there with Dr. Now, therapy is a requirement. It's not a suggestion. It's not, it's a requirement. So how the hell Tammy been through all of this without no damn therapy? I'll never understand. Because what I think happened, you just wasn't going. So she goes to therapy. But this the part. She says only reason she went to therapy, because she didn't say she was still going, was because she didn't want to lose her relationship with Andrea. That's not why you go to therapy. Y'all wasn't going to couples therapy. This was individual therapy. You supposed to be in there, getting yourself together and being in there so you could be the best you after all you done been through. When we going to therapy to talk about your dead husband, Tammy? When we going to therapy about that? Let me know. So she says she go to therapy, she's supposed to be getting herself together, but she in there for the wrong reason. So as we know, this is not going to be successful. Then she comes back with the I'm trying not to get upset. She comes with the reason she been, not herself and cutting up, when the truth is this is who she been the whole time, is because her medication was off. Tammy, you have seen 850 for those of y'all know what 5011 is, y'all. Hey, if you know, you know. Different doctors in the course of your journey. You all that blood work you had done, you not getting ready to tell me that 180-pound Tammy was still taking the same number and amounts of medications that 760-pound Tammy was taking. You a fucking lie. You lying. You straight lying. If you're not lying and that's what's going on, for one, give thanks that you ain't dead as a damn doornail. And two, you need to be suing a whole lot of people, because all them doctors ain't let that slide. No. As a member of the medical community, no, ma'am. We're not doing that. No. Your insurance company ain't letting that slide. No. So just tell the truth. And stop with the it was the medication. Blood pressure medication don't make you act a fool. Painkillers don't make you act a fool. Cholesterol medication don't make you act a fool. We're gonna try something else, Tammy. Try something else. I don't believe in none of that. And you said they took you off of 5. Now the blood pressure, I can see them taking that off. If you got that together. But what else? We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna blame you being you on the medication. So that's the story she telling and getting set up for the family for when they for when they get back to town. So while this bachelorette party going on, Chris takes Brian, because he's talking about he ain't had no good quality time. I mean, at this point, sir, it's too late. Like, we are literally weeks away from this wedding. So whether you had quality time and know him or not, hell, this wedding take place. So yeah, there's that. They go frog. It's called frog gigging, y'all. Basically, they went out on this on the fishing boat in the bayou at night to hunt frogs. Now, That in itself sound like fun to me. I mean, it's definitely you're saying something interesting that you wouldn't be doing on a regular basis. So since you have the opportunity, you're saying you might as well take advantage. My only issue was after they caught the frogs, they ate them. Now that's the part I don't want to be involved in it. I mean, if you already had some frog legs, you're saying meanwhile back at the ranch, okay, cool. But I'm not going to catch the frog and then turn around and eat the same frog I just caught an hour ago. I don't want to do that. Like I want to pet frog. So maybe that's why I feel like that. But yeah, you already have had to have some legs for me. That you got yesterday or last week. It was in the freezer from. But anyway, so they had frog legs and barbecue shrimp and potatoes and they had a good time with that, post gig and feast. So it was a good opportunity for Brian and Chris, to do that man thing, get some team, some camaraderie going, some teamwork, a little bit of competition, so each other can see what kind of man they dealing with. So that was cool. I was down for that. Now, that's where the hell Billy should have been. He probably would have had more fun frog gigging than the bachelorette party non-party. I'm gonna say that. So that's New Orleans at night. Next day is the actual last day. So Lily and Billy went home, like, I guess after breakfast that next morning. So the rest of the game, Chris was like, I got one more activity. We're gonna go leave New Orleans with a bang. So they go on a casino boat, like a lunchtime casino boat. I'm down for that. Now, let's get it. Now, again, we in New Orleans, y'all. You're not gonna get chicken with salt and pepper and nothing else in New Orleans. You're not getting bland food, and you're not getting the bare bones basics. Like you're not getting boiled chicken breast in New Orleans. It's not happening. I told you that. Jambalaya, red beans and rice, po' boys. Like, come on, they eating. So they on the boat. The only part with the boat with the lunch part was I don't like if I'm paying you money, like I gotta pull out like US currency and we're in an establishment, like we're not in your backyard. We're not in your kitchen after we just got finished, cooking the food on the grill in the backyard. I don't want to see red picnic cups and paper plates and plastic cutlery. Don't bring me that and think I'm going to pay you. So that's what was popping on the boat. No. Because see, I'm that chick. I try to do my part for the environment. So I keep, my mermaid straw collections on me. For those of y'all who know, they're dedicated to eliminating your plastic waste. So they have come out with a line of tumblers and water bottles and straws. They previously had ceramics. So I have a lot of those, and they have glass. They also do cutlery. So you can get a set that has a fork, a knife, a spoon, chopsticks, and it all comes in this case. I keep mine on me because I don't do plastic, like I don't do takeout utensils. I just that call it bougie or whatever, but I didn't grow up like that. Like my grandfather was like, I work damn hard and I make damn good money. We use dishes around here. So that stuff, we dishes, like glass. So I can't, and then plus you can't cut steak with no damn plastic knife and fork. Like, let's be for real. You can't get that done. So yeah, that's what they had on the boat. And I mean, I've been on dinner boat, dinner cruise. We had legitimate place settings. So I don't know why y'all trying to hit him with the cheap version. But anyway, so again, it looked like it was some good stuff. It looked some kind of, I definitely saw red beans and rice. It might have been some gumbo in it, mixed in there somewhere, but it was a couple of good things, you know what I'm saying, that I saw. Brittany's still over there, you know what I'm saying, face turned up like she got her mouth full of shit. Like, I'm just not understanding, baby, what you thought you was gonna get to eat in New Orleans. Like, we ain't come to New Orleans to be at Burger King. We ain't come to New Orleans to be at McDonald's. Like, hell, people in New Orleans don't even be at Popeyes. Don't even like Popeyes. Like, that's how hard they're going. People in New Orleans don't even eat Popeyes. This ain't enough for them. So, I don't know, like, she, you know what I'm saying, like, she can't find nothing decent to eat. But anyway, so after they eat, they go and do a last little, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of sightseeing. They took some pictures on the pier, once they got off, you know what I'm saying, the cruise boat, this, that, and the fourth. So you know how they pull them to the side and the producer asks a couple questions, this, that, and the fourth. Here go Brittany bitching, talking about some, well, I mean, the trip was alright, but I mean, I thought it was supposed to be about me. So if it was supposed to be about me, why are we having bachelorette parties and all this other different kind of stuff? If the trip was supposed, while we was here, if the trip was supposed to be about me, because you didn't want to do nothing. You didn't want to do nothing. You want to take the little, you'll say a little carriage ride, but then when it was time, you'll say get off at the stops. You didn't even want to do that. Everything somebody mentioned as a suggestion, you didn't want to do. So bitch, we ain't rode 14 hours to come down here and sit up in the Delphine. Like, I mean, the Delphine was nice, but I ain't come here for that. I take care of that before I go to sleep. I come to see the city, and the city I shall see. So since you did what you wanted to do, which was nothing, we did what we wanted to do, which they did a lot. They went on the tour, the carriage tour. They went on the food tour. They went on the canoe. That was frog. Like, they had plenty good. They went on the nightlife to the voodoo priestess, you know what I'm saying, got their feet clean, you know what I'm saying, so they could walk into the future clean and crisp. Listen, they had a good time. That was you sitting around like you couldn't get nothing done. And even Chris, like, he was looking like he wanted to say something, but he's like, let me be quiet. This is my wife. I got to try to keep the peace. Like, bitch, we in New Orleans, we came to have a good time. And far as hell, y'all still don't really do nothing. I mean, y'all didn't do nothing that's gonna send y'all to hell. Nothing I saw. So I'm like, damn, Brittany, the Lord said you'll be righteous and you'll do right by others and all that kind of good stuff. And he never said don't ever enjoy yourself. I ain't read that part yet. So somebody know what that is in the Bible where it said don't never enjoy yourself, don't never have no fun. Please put that in the comments in the chat so we can take a look at that, because that's gonna be news for the rest of us. But that kind of pissed me off. I'm like, listen, because most times when people take a trip, let me speak for myself. When I decide where I want to go, because I already see a list like ooh, like I was sidetracked. I was on Facebook, was you know what I'm saying, doing some work, in the Beyond the Gates on the Beyond the Gates page. I'm gonna do some reviews on that too. I'm gonna get y'all caught up. Anyway, and this new property in Cabo has opened. Now I remember conversations regarding this property when I went for my 40th birthday. Like, it was literally in the, we're trying to acquire this land to build this resort stage. Like that, yeah. So it is actually open. What's the day? Yeah, it's actually open. And so I was like, oh, snap. I want to go back to Cabo anyway. For those of y'all who know me, y'all know I love Cabo. Cabo is my spot. So you're saying to, you're saying be in the beginning stages of, saying this property coming to life and it being open. I'm like, I got to go see. So that's right now my October plan. So I went to the website, pulled it up. Y'all, that shit nice. I'm just saying. And once I kind of put together a preliminary, stay, it was nowhere near what I thought it was gonna be. I was like, yeah, I'm going. So I know where I'm going. I know where I'm gonna be staying. I know what's around where I'm gonna be staying and where else I want to go. So you most people usually put an itinerary together before they fucking leave their house. So Brittany, because you didn't want to do that, we supposed to suffer? Girl, please sit all the way down. Sit down. Because you could have been catching a fashion tip while you was down there in New Orleans too. But I'm gonna be quiet. But yeah, that got on my nerves. Because again, you can just because you go with them don't mean you got to be joined at the hip. I've taken plenty of trips. Like I have taken a couple trips where you'll say I didn't see them. I saw them broads getting on the plane. From getting on the plane to getting into my room. I didn't see them broads no more until it was time to get on the shuttle to get back to the airport to come home. Like you ain't got to be joined at the hip. Who was it? It was somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I get there and and child, these chicks, you know what I'm saying, did a complete 180. Like they went from, you know what I'm saying, sanctified and you know what I'm saying, prim and proper and prissy to the minute the door to the hotel room closed, they just got straight naked. Dudes, you know what I'm saying, they trying to, you know what I'm saying, hook up dudes. I said, yo, no, let me go downstairs and give me another room. Child, no. I don't play them games. I ain't never got no problem being by myself, child. And yeah, we gonna, this some undercover girls. We gonna turn up and whole trip. Oh no, I didn't come here for this situation. You know what I'm saying? Any, the exact room, that you booked. However, we do have, you know what I'm saying, this bungalow suite. I was like, well, what's up with the bungalow suite? He was like, you know what? I got you. Don't even worry about it. I see, you do a lot of business, you know what I'm saying, with our parent company. And you know what I'm saying, I understand what you're going through. And Charles, he gave me that bungalow suite. I was over there chilling. Got right on the damn phone. Listen, let me call the boo and see what's happening. I was like, look, this is what's going on. He was like, you all thinking, child, next thing I know, he was knocking on the door. You got to be afraid to move when you need to move. And don't be worrying about what nobody else got to say about it. And you're saying this, that, and the fourth. Stand on your square. So be standing on my square. I got a 3-level upgrade. Kept my peace of mind, my safety, and my dude. Look, it is what it is. So it went right on my planned itinerary I had before I even left my house. So I don't go nowhere to just sit around. So Brittany, I might have to come give you a quick class on how to get that done. But anyway, so everybody, they back. No problems, no arguments, no nothing. Because when I tell you that nobody give a damn about Brittany that wanted to do nothing, Amy ain't care. She was straight. Brian was good. Misty was straight. Everybody was cool. So they get back. And a couple weeks later, Chris and Brittany have lunch with Tammy. So this is supposedly after Tammy, you know what I'm saying, they had a couple, you know what I'm saying, weeks to get herself together with the therapy and the decreased medication and all of this and all of that. So, y'all, they at the country kitchen. Why everything got to go down at the country kitchen, I do not know. All of y'all have had bariatric surgery. Why y'all at the buffet? Why y'all at the buffet? Just help me understand. Help me understand. Y'all at the buffet. So, child, they at the buffet. Tammy come in talking about some. This is what she gives them the rundown of. You know what I'm saying? She been to therapy and the medication, and they say took her off for like 5 different medications, this, that, and the fourth, yada 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 yeet. Now, my thing is, Chris, you my people, but I'm real tired of you letting Tammy nonsense slide. Like her sending out that little group text message or whatever, giving y'all her little explanation of what's going on. We're not gonna equate that to an apology. And I'm glad Misty was like, hold up, I got to interject. She was like, no, Tammy never said I'm sorry. So technically Tammy ain't apologized for an ad. Okay. So yeah, we gonna stop letting that call a thing, including your wife. Get it together. Cause I mean, I understand opposites attract. But like, I don't understand. Because I mean, Christine, you're saying be outgoing and can get things done and speak to people and he can network and mingle and work the room. And then Brittany ass over here like she's stuck in damn quick and cement. I don't understand. So it's like he got to drag her ass along everywhere. Like, girl, that's not help me action. That ain't what you're supposed to be doing. Like a good wife, you know what I'm saying? In my opinion, and what I have been exposed to being around people with successful marriages, the woman doing all the recon, like you're saying, you're talking about taking a trip. All he would have had to say is, okay, yeah, we going, you're saying we going somewhere where you want to go. Only thing you should have been asking him is what are the dates? That's all I need. The dates. Because you the one got to take off from work and get whatever, you get your business together. What are the dates? So when I show back up, I'll be like, okay, I want to go to New Orleans. This is, you know what I'm saying? This is how long it's gonna take to get there. This is the prices, you know what I'm saying, for the, you know what I'm saying, RVs that we can rent. Based on how many people will actually be going. Here's some good, you know what I'm saying, hotels we can stay at. They're near A, B, C, and D. I want to look into doing and I'd have my list together. Like I keep a notebook. That's just me, where I be trying to go. And I start checking out stuff. And basically, babe, to get this done, this is what I'm looking at. It's gonna cost this, you know what I'm saying, and then this amount over here with, you know what I'm saying, if we run into the Clark Griswold experience where don't nothing go right, and that would have been it. Krista had to do everything. Krista had to get the hotel situation together. Krista had to try to figure out who I was going. Krista had to go get the RV. Krista had to pay for everything. Krista had to do everything. Krista had to do way too much work. Way too much work. But anyway, so Tammy, you know what I'm saying, running that whole little, you know what I'm saying, medication story on them. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. So Chris was like, you know, what you gonna do about the wedding? She was like, I mean, you know, what did she say? I RSVP, but I don't really know if I'm gonna go. And he was like, why? He was like, I mean, because I feel like, you know, she hasn't, you know, saying, come to me and ask me to be there. So I don't feel like, you know, saying she really, you know, saying want me to be there. She just, you know, saying invited me so that Andrea will come. Well, but Andrea can't think for her damn self. Cause hell, if Andrea don't drive your ass, that's how you get in there. Amy went all out, all out. Amy took care of everything. Amy had your back for real. And you ain't done none of that for her. And Amy, the one can't see. Bitch, you ain't blind. That's just raggedy. That's raggedy. I'm just saying. So, that's how I see that. That was, you know, so it ain't about Tammy. She was on Amy. I mean, but Amy don't need to come grovel, because again, if we going all the way back to her not wanting to go to the animal shelter, you could have handled that way better than what you did in the beginning in the first place. We all know, you know, saying Amy brain ain't firing on all cylinders. She only using about one of them 4 cylinders she got. Like, come on. So you know, saying, you gotta meet people where they are. So if you want Amy come to the, you know, saying, the shelter, and you know Amy got bit by the camel, that's the fact that she got bit by the camel should tell you all you need to know. And she telling you, you know what I'm saying, she just had a dream about alpaca chasing her at the damn shelter. All you have to be like, sis, you know what I'm saying? First of all, you know I ain't gonna let nothing happen to you. 2, ain't gonna be no alpacas. Like we don't house them kind of animals at the shelter. We got dogs, cats, you know what I'm saying, maybe iguana or 2 running around here, maybe a lizard, maybe a snake, but like maybe a rabbit. Like it ain't nothing deep. Like you gonna be okay. You bigger than every animal we got in here. Trust me. And that would have been the end of that. But Tammy took that shit and went clean to another stratosphere. And that's why y'all in the situation you in now. But I mean, again, Tammy, you volunteering, so why you trying to drag everybody to the damn shelter? Hell. So, I mean, Tammy, that was your fault. So now Amy don't need to be coming groveling to you for nothing. You need to be going over there seeing about her. So, Amy was like, all right, y'all go ahead and invite the bitch. You know what I'm saying? She RSVPs, but she's still looking for more ass kissing, which I hope she don't get. And the way Amy, you know what I'm saying, the way Amy been moving this season, I don't think she's gonna get it. I don't think she's gonna get it. So Tammy and Andrea go shopping to buy Amy a wedding gift. So I guess it's the mall. I'm gonna say, because you know I ain't never been to that part of Kentucky. I'm gonna say that's their mall. They in the mall and the jewelry store. So the woman was like, you know, what are you looking for? So Andrea was like, her sister, we are, here looking for something for her. So Tim was like, her favorite color is blue, so I'm kind of looking for something that's going to take care of her, saying something new and something blue, something old, something bar, something blue, something new. So Tim was trying to take care of 2 hits with 1 gift. Well, after what seems like forever in the day, the woman comes back with this bracelet. I personally, but I'm not them, so that wasn't my flavor. My sister gave me that. I mean, I would accept it, but it would, be something I would only wear in her presence. But that's, that's my sister. No, don't bring me that. My sister got good taste. Hey, I'm just gonna tell you what it is. Anyway, so they in the jewelry store. Tammy phone ring. Tammy goes out into the, the hot, well, I won't call it the hallway, but the, the breezeway. You walk around and answer the phone, and it's her mama. So her mama like legitimately call and check, how you doing, how you feeling, what happened at your doctor's appointment, questions your parents usually ask you when they find out you've been to see a medical professional. This bitch fly high. I don't really want to be talking about all of that right now and woo 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 woo. Like what? So by the time here come Andrea and she like, she looking like, oh hell, here we go again. So Tammy, I mean, she's talking real greasy to her mama. And so Andrea was like, you everything okay? She did that because Tammy had her mama on speaker to kind of break up the conversation. So everybody said her mama was like, hey Andrea, what's up? What's going on, sis? She was like, nah, Miss D, I'm good. How you doing? Yeah. So Tammy ends the phone call, and by the time Andrea like I thought we was making progress. Like, what we doing? Like, what happened? Tammy sitting there all scowled up and shit. And I don't know anybody asking me, and I just don't want to talk about it. So Andrew's like, fuck it. So she get up, and then they cut to, the little scene where the producer, was like, are you okay? And she was like, she's like, I'm frustrated because this, and she's starting to break down at this point. She was like, because like this been going on for too long. Like I thought we was making some progress. It's like we take 1 step forward and take like 5 steps back. So by the time she crying. So y'all, this chick she's so sick of this and distraught and at the end of her rope and don't know what to do that the producer that had to give her a hug in the middle of the damn interview. Like she was like, I just don't get it. I just don't know what I'm gonna do because this ain't how I want to live my life. Which I mean, I get it because I mean, hell, they ain't married, Andrea ain't tied to her. It's too much. It's too much. But I told y'all, her ass, child, I'm telling you, the way she flipped that switch on her mama, I was like, yeah, this the same shit. Like this ain't got nothing to do with no medication. This got to do with she ain't getting the type of attention that she want. She want all the good attention. You'll say, yay, Tammy, you'll say you doing so good, losing weight. Yay, we so proud of you. But you don't want to hear none of that. Hey, Tammy, you fucking up. you know what I'm saying, you going in the wrong direction because Tammy ass eating on the low, y'all. She ain't got that sunk in skinny look like she had picked up a few pounds and they're bullshitting. But she don't want that kind of attention. But I mean, you gotta take the good with the bad. And I mean, honestly, ain't none of them come to you the way that some of the people in my family would come to you. So Tammy, you need to be thankful for that. They just on some, you know, say, are you feeling okay? You know, do you need something? You know, how can I help you? And he fucking my family like, bitch, you get fat. What you doing? Please stop baking. Like, girl, sit down somewhere. But yeah, ain't nothing changed with Tammy. She's upset because Amy's getting this wedding attention. But again, Amy footing the bill for her wedding. Amy, you know what I'm saying? She had a vision and she took it as far as she could take it. And when she couldn't take it any further and realized that it was not complete, she went and hired some professionals. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And hell, because you know what I'm saying, Amy and Brian, you know, didn't waste any time getting together. That don't mean that's what you and Andrew need to be doing, because Andrew looking like, I don't even know if I want to be fucking with you long term. If this how you gonna be acting. So that's where we at. The wedding is approaching. New Orleans trip was an experience. I'll say it like that. Tammy's still on her same nonsense, and we're gonna see what's going on with Amy and this eye surgery. So y'all got a tickle in my throat. I'm sorry. So we'll see what happens next week. Y'all know if anything happens between now and then, I will keep y'all up to date. Keep you abreast of what's happening. This is Almondeyez Reacts. I appreciate you guys for stopping through for my review of 1,000 Pound Sisters, Season 8, Episode 8. Somebody always got to complain. I'll see y'all later. Take care. Bye.